So we start with intention, and the intention, knowing what the road is, we're going down the calm abiding road, and that's working with the experiences of breathing in, breathing out, and in between breath, the experience of body. So that's the road. We know where the road goes. It goes to focused, attentive presence. Along the way, it's very predictable. We'll collect calm. But where we're headed is focused, attentive presence. And then there's the decision to actually get in the car. We're using the car metaphor, turn it on, and make it go. Yesterday, I had a very interesting experience. I had gone somewhere and I tried to turn my car on, and it kept giving me the electronic signal that there was a key problem. And I was like, the key's fine. What's wrong? And it would turn off, it'll turn on, it would turn on and turn off right away. I had left it in gear when I parked and it wasn't working. So I had to figure it out very quickly without freaking out. Right? It's like, oh, okay. And then it started right up. Sometimes your meditation practice is like that. You sit down to practice, you've got all kinds of things in your head. If you need to take care of them, like putting the car into park before I start, then take care of them. But if not, you can put them aside and quickly put yourself into park and start, right? So it's, if there's an immediate obstacle when you begin, sometimes it helps to deal with it, but not try to keep dealing with it while you're meditating. So I hope that's a useful example. So knowing what the road is, the calm abiding road, where it goes, focused attentive presence, and then deciding to actually do the practice. So that's our intention. So let's just take a moment to set that. And then establish your posture. So take the ready posture, and that's upright and awake. I just like ready. I like being able to say things in one word. And I like on your mark, get ready, go. It reminds me of the fun of being a young person, right? So you're in the ready posture, upright, attentive, body and mind intimately related. So what you do with your body affects your mind will follow. And then I suggest we start with stage one. We're going to bring our attention to the experiences of breathing in, the experiences of breathing out, and the in-between breaths, the experience of body. And when our attention wavers, we're going to use the steering wheel of attention to come back to that three-pointed meditation object. So just as we did yesterday, about 5 minutes of stage one practice. It's your time. You can go right to stage two if you want, but I find this helpful. Stage one is about noticing when we're distracted and steering back to the bringing our eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, right? So that's stage one. If you're ready and it's your time, you can do as you wish. But if you're ready to move to stage two, we add the gas pedal. So we're adding more energy to our attention, and the energy we're adding is becoming very engaged with the experience of breathing in and all the richness and layered things that are happening as you breathe in, the cooler air coming in, the feel of the air coming in your nose or your mouth, your back of your throat, your lungs expanding, your body getting bigger, whatever emotional and feelings and memories that happen as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, all the richness and layered quality of that experience. So we're really trying to become engaged in the experiences of breathing in, breathing out, and in between breaths, all the richness of the experience of body. So there's a lot happening within your senses. And a lot of times when a teacher says body, we start thinking about the idea of the body. But I like to point to the experience of your senses, of what you can see, or if your eyes are closed, the what do you see when your eyes are closed? Is it black? Is it brown? Is it light, whatever, or no color at all? The feeling in your skin, your sense of touch, but not just your fingertips, all over your body. How's the air feel in the room that you're sitting in? Are your clothes tight or loose? That's a physical sensation of skin. That's a body sensation. Or how do you feel from inside? That's sometimes called propriosensus. So where are you feeling strong, or where are you feeling strained or hurt or sore? Right? Your sense of taste, your sense of smell, right? All the senses, sense of hearing. So it's layered. And whichever of those calls out while you're sitting and you flash onto body, that's what you pay attention to. If what happens when you're in between breaths is just calm, then you're feeling calm body. That's okay. That's good. So all the richness and layered quality of breathing in, all the richness and layered quality of breathing out, and all the richness and layered quality of body in between breaths. It's a good time to check in with your intention. Are you still driving? Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, foot on the gas? Still going to focused, attentive presence? Posture? Upright, awake, ready? If stage one is about noticing distraction and returning, you could say noticing the difference between attention and distraction. Stage two is about connecting, becoming more engaged with breathing in, breathing out, in between breaths, body. Allow the sound of the bell to call your awareness back from the space of calm abiding to how you normally hold awareness. Look around, trigger the reorienting reflex. You can smile or not, your choice. So I have two quick thoughts to share, and then I'd love to talk about your experience or have a discussion of any question or anything you'd like to talk about. Try to keep the two thoughts quick. The one is the attention economy. So you only have 24 hours of attention every day. And it feels like you don't have a choice. At least for many people, it feels like there's no choice. And what this practice begins to highlight is I can choose what I pay attention to, which is very powerful when there are so many demands. So that's a very powerful contemplation. Like, what am I choosing to pay attention to? Right now, the breath coming in, going out, body. But when we're not practicing, what has captured my attention or what's calling for my attention? And is it worthy of my attention? Because sometimes you start something. Last night I started to watch a series on Netflix. I gave it two episodes and went, not worthy of my attention. It's okay, but in a life that's getting progressively shorter, as the clock ticks for Brian, it's like, no, I'm not going to spend hours with that one. Not worthy of attention. So the attention economy is an important insight from this practice. And the second is in stage two, is like an antidote to meditation being boring. Somebody's, oh, it's so boring. I'm just there with my breath. It's the same, breath in, breath out. Been doing it for 40 years or what. Like, no, there's so much going on. So the more you become engaged, the less boredom there is. So you could use boredom as a thermometer of, if I'm really, like just mind's all over the place because I'm not engaged. Right? So there's something that one of my teachers called cool boredom, which is when you get, oh, this is very ordinary, but that's further down the road. Right? So for the moment, it's sort of like, oh, this overcomes the feeling of it's boring. There's nothing going on. There's a lot going on as you breathe in and as you breathe out and in between breaths, body. So a thought on what you pay attention to, the economy of that, and the second on how this helps overcome boredom. And with that, there we go. So if anybody else has a thought or a question you'd like to talk about, this would be a great time. Roland.
I like the stage two meditation. It feels to me like I add passion to my meditation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a distance. I love the image of the fire that you showed on this
Uh-huh.
traditional map. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that we add fire and passion. Really, I'm present and I really want to know with every breath in, how does that feel? How is that? So it feels like it's getting deeper. My breathing also gets slower and
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
more extended,
Mm-hmm.
and it has more, yeah, this fiery, joyful character. Yeah.
Great.
What
Great.
I'm, yeah, so
No, that's it's
what I'm,
excellent.
yeah, what I'm questioning sometimes, and maybe it's not important and just a mental question, is this with breathing in, breathing out, and body. Because also from breathing in and breathing out, what do I notice besides body sensations? Yeah, it's mainly body sensations that really connect me to that. I feel in my body how that feels, how that air, and so on. So there's sometimes, okay, where do I go? Do I stay like with a nostril, breathing in, breathing out, body? Then I can stay with my attention wherever I'm at, or with the lungs, or whatever
Mm-hmm.
that does this
Mm-hmm.
breathing in. Or do
Mm-hmm.
I go somewhere else in my body, or am I just open for my body to see, do you want me to know anything?
Mm-hmm.
Like this question to the body. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's an excellent question.
Mm.
I'm sure there are many responses. I have something that comes to mind, but it's not, there's many responses, right? I like to think of the object of attention. So let's just do breathing in, but it would be the same for all three, breathing out, body, right? It's like a doorway that my attention is walking through, or a road that my attention's going down. But let's add a metaphor. It's like a doorway. And it's very physical, the experience of breathing in. So you're right. Um, but there, for me, it's also a doorway into the experience of being fully human, completely human. And that includes, it's very body, but it also includes thoughts, memories, um, emotions, right? So uh, I've worked with students who had trauma, trying to think of a fast way to say it. And they almost always breathe in. I'm going to move my camera. They breathe in just to this part of their lungs. That's just the top of their lungs. And you can tell because the breathing is really shallow. That's a physical experience. But if they continue to breathe in and the body opens more, this is a defense mechanism. This is like I'm on guard. I'm hyper ready to defend myself, to run away, right? If that person opens up and at their own speed, this is what we don't tell, like you breathe the way you breathe, you will experience, or that they would experience, a lot of emotion that protection is guarding against, memories, thoughts, all kinds of things. So I like to think I start by going through the body door, and all of that other full experience of humanity is on the other side of the threshold. And I may stay with body, or it may have the other. Go ahead, Roland.
How much is then going away from the body distraction? When I go into mind and into the past and whatever,
Hmm.
there is a way of staying connected to the body and including emotion. But when I get mental and whatever, then this is what I at least thought to understand about the stage one, that I then, okay, Roland, come back, breathing
That's a
in,
very
breathing out.
helpful question.
Yeah.
So it's a lot like driving down the road. No one drives in a completely straight line, but when your attention is wavered and you feel like, wait a minute, I just lost my connection to that physical experience of breathing in, and the same for all three, right? I've just lost my connection, then you steer back. So the how much, it's a very personal thing, but you get, the more you practice one and you steer back, the better you get at going, oh, I'm losing it here. I'm no longer in the breath. I'm in the memory,
Mm.
right? So it's a very personal thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Margaret, I could see you wanting to jump in there.
So when this actually happened for me this morning, Roland. So when I have a memory that is significant and not something I just want to push away or dismiss, then I feel like I have a choice. I can stop meditating and contemplate, but I make a distinction in my own mind. I'm not calling it meditation anymore. Um, or I can notice it, treat it like a distraction, come back to my breath and stay with the meditation. But
Hmm.
maybe after I'm finished meditating, I'll take that memory to a journal or into my art or contemplate it in some way.
Hmm.
So if it's significant to me, I
Right,
just note it, and
right,
then I have more freedom,
right,
more choice
right.
about how to be with it. But for me, learning to make the distinction between meditation and contemplation was essential for being
Hmm.
able to deal with all my childhood history.
Thank you, Margaret. That's a very generous share. It's a very rich discussion. Anybody else want to jump in? For me, I'll just say, that idea that, where it's a simple practice, and approaching it, with sort of uncomplicated, like I'm in the car, I'm driving down the road quality is very helpful. And at the same time, these two truths are having like a friendship with each other. So the first truth is it's very simple and direct. And the other is it will take you into your full humanity. And a lot of times, the way meditation is presented, it seems to me, is like I'm trying to not be human. I'm trying to not have thoughts, not have memories. And it's like, you can do that, but this one doesn't go there. That's a different road. This is going to focused, attentive presence. And presence is a shorthand for that humanity. Gary, I see your hand.
Yeah, interesting when you said time. Well, I heard time management, and I see this hour.
Actually, I'm gonna interrupt. It's attention management.
Yeah, how you spend your attention.
Yes.
I translated that into time, and I seen an hourglass. And as you know, as we get older, the grains of sand are in
There's less sand in the glass.
my hourglass. But I watch very carefully now; those little grains are falling,
Right,
and
right.
I want to spend my time with soulful, doing soulful spiritual activities and being with soulful people,
Hmm.
quality people who interest. I find
Hmm.
stimulating, and but it's very much awareness because you
Hmm.
know I only have so much time in a day. I want to spend it doing
Right.
quality, and sometimes to me it's sitting at the beach for hours, which
Yeah.
looks like, but it's being in the moment, I guess, the
Yeah.
present.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Well, friends, that's a good place to pause unless somebody has something crying out to be said.
Just Tony, Brian, if you don't mind, I sent you a message. I want you to make sure you got it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, friends. Well, this has been a wonderful discussion. I look forward to practicing with you tomorrow. I really, I woke up this morning and I was tired, but I was like, oh, but I get to do this thing, right? So it's pretty good. So thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. See you down the road.
Thank you, Brian.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you, Brian, and everyone.
Hi, Sarah.